Can anyone think of any other things that can be done, either individually, collectively, or are we just fighting a losing battle against these big corporations that control the narrative?
Well, if you're talking about fighting against corporations, then yes, that will be a losing battle. Like there's no point creating corporations to rival that is a different subject. But I've said this time and time again. The ways that we can combat it is just being smart, like just knowing, like amongst the group. Like we recently saw something on like morning television where we clearly saw a black man just literally, like he was trying to just have a normal debate on ITV, Good Morning Britain, or whatever it is, about just another topic about national anthems and songs that are sung and are they appropriate, whatnot, which is another podcast. But that was just the wrong platform for him to be on, to have a fair shake, as they say. Like, we need to understand and be smart to know what platforms. If we are going to put ourselves on a platform, we need to know what all the rules of that game is, and then make a decision. Okay, do you still want to go on there? So, for example, that I forgot his name, but once again, that will be another link that I'll add. If he was told, oh, by the way, towards the end, we're going to make you look like the extremist, and we're going to have all this information of other national anthems that don't even make sense to the context of the argument. We're going to throw all that at you, and then overtalk you, and then control it by the fact that we've got to move on to something else. Would he have still gone on there? So my point is, we need to be smarter. Like the stereotypes are out there to be seen, because unfortunately there has to be a responsibility. Stereotypes aren't just made up. Actually, for the most part, stereotypes are not made up. They're based on something. So the more we feed into that something, that's how big or that's how long the stereotype will last. However, what we need to be smart and we need to understand, and the listeners need to kind of say, you know what, I can see through that. You might see something like, we're not saying don't, like, if you want to enjoy certain things or watch certain films that kind of play into that, whatever, like we've all got kind of our own vices and stuff like that. Like, that's fine. We're not saying like to completely switch off just like that, but just take it with a pinch of salt, or just look in between or read between the lines. Like we've got to be smarter to understand what's really going on here. That's the main message that I would say. Like, understand what's really going on before you make that judgment call, or before you kind of make your stance. Just kind of just do your homework on what's being put in front of you through the mediums of your phone, television, radio. Like, it's too easy to be consumed by the immediate thing that you hear or see. But there's layers. There's always a layer to most things in life. So you just got to be. All I ask is for people just to. And I think there has been like a massive. There's still a lot of work to be done. There's been a massive wisening up to what's going on, but we just need to speed it up a little bit. To get to where we need to be, and that's for everyone. Any listen, that's for everyone. Open your eyes, because it only makes our journey easier if we've got more people's eyes open to the negative stuff that's happening. And yeah, shout out to the people that are seeing that, and I'm not talking about just people of color, but people that are trying to kind of open other people's eyes that need to see certain things.
For sure, 100%.
100%. I'll jump on the back of that. Perfect example is when Dizzy was on Good Morning TV, and he pulled up what's his name? Piers Morgan. Pulled him up and said, "Look, I'm not getting into that. I'm on here to promote my show, and that's that." So he pulled him up, and that type of insight there, that type of knowing when someone's trying to lead you into something else that you're not there for, that's the trick that we need to learn. I second everything that Em just said there, because in that are the lessons, there are gems in there. There are lessons that we need to learn in order to make our platform strong and our foundation strong. So yeah, bang on. That's 100. I rate that.
Yep.
And also, just to add on that, there's people on the other side who are being sent to do the dirty work as well. You also need to open up. Like, for example, I'll go back to Wiley, the interview, because it always seems the case. When something happens high profile and there's controversy, they will send your counterpart, your fellow black sister or black brother to come and do the interview, right? You got to watch the motive behind that as well. And if
100.
you yourself are in that position and you think, oh, this is your chance to shine by smearing another person, your fellow brother, your fellow sister, you're wrong.
Yeah, 100%.
You're wrong for that. Because it's not the first time I've seen it. I've seen it a few times. Ara Kelly had an interview with a female presenter, a black female presenter. Yeah. I saw that.
Gayle King?
Yeah, I think that was her name. And then, you know, that ran wild, like wildfire. Same thing with Wiley. I've seen it in on a few occasions. That's happened. And we people are not clocking on to what exactly is going on there.
Yep.